everybody, this is The Ridge Outdoors, and today while I'm in quarantine I was just thinking of video ideas, and I haven't looked inside my bug out bag in a while. Last time I used it I was camping and took stuff out of it, put stuff back in, so it's probably going to be really unorganized, and I don't even know at the end of the day what's all in there right now. So while we're all stranded inside the house, might as well make a point to inspect your bug out bags. Should be doing this periodically anyway, making sure you know what's in there, where it is, deciding whether you can organize it a little bit better. But at the end of the day, do you know what's inside your bug out bag? Because I don't right now. So let's go ahead, find out what the 10 C's are, and let's take a look inside the bag. So just in case you're going down that YouTube rabbit hole while you're in quarantine, you started off watching funny cat videos or something, and now somehow you're in camping, bushcraft, bug out bag videos, self-reliance videos. The 10 C's I'm going to be talking about a lot, and comparing my bag, making sure I have all 10 C's is a system coined by Dave Canterbury, and it just is the 10 C's of survivability. Everything on this list makes it more probable that you're going to survive if you get in a situation where you're stranded somewhere, whether you're in the woods, desert, or even in an urban environment. So the 10 C's are a cutting tool, combustion, cover, container, cordage, candle, cotton, compass, cargo tape, and a canvas needle. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look inside my bag and see what's on the inside. Like I said, this is currently the bag that I'm using in my bug out bag. I've went through a lot of different bags over the years. I'll probably do a video on different bags that I've used, or different bags that are options for bug out bags. But this one I got a really good deal on about 5 or 6 years ago. It's made by SOG, I believe. It was $40, and I wish I could find some more deals like that because these bags are expensive nowadays. Now this is just a standard IFAK or a medical kit, first aid kit. I have a handful of these. These were expiring, and somebody was literally taking them to a dumpster, so I grabbed all of them, and so now I have them in my vehicles and stuff. But it's a good thing to have. I'll do a video on those as well. This first pocket, I have a cotton bandana. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to really find in here, so we're on this journey together. I got a couple of these pouches that I got from Reliance Outfitters just to put some extra stuff in. This one has some magnifying glass to start fires. I have a really old tea bag here, obviously to make tea, but I could probably switch that out. Get all this stuff out of the way. And looks like that's it in the first pocket. I think I got some change in there. The next pocket, I have an SOL emergency blanket. It has an orange side and the reflective side. And I think I have a couple more. Yep. So I have some more emergency blankets. These I got a 10-pack on Amazon for about, I think, $3 or $4. I have a lot of these laying around. Probably only need the one, but it's always good to have a couple extras. Here's a little ferro rod, so combustion. So far, technically, with the emergency blankets, we have shelter. We have the cotton bandana for cotton. This is another little fire kit for combustion. So we have some matches in a waterproof container. Have a magnesium bar from Harbor Freight. And then I have just a little kit with some Vaseline soaked cotton balls and some store-bought kind of fire starter. And I like the cotton balls. Obviously there's a lot of different options, but that one, for how cheap, and you pretty much have the stuff laying around at home anyway, so why not use it? I have some 100% wool socks. Always good to have an extra pair of socks in your bag just in case your feet get wet, or if you have thin socks on when you go out, you can have some thicker socks as an option. Next, another Harbor Freight find. This is a quantum flashlight. I've had it for about a year probably. Original batteries, still works, and I haven't had an issue with it. I have some nicer flashlights as well, but I kind of like that one. I have a random thing of zip ties. Always good to have some zip ties. Let's see. I have a bottle holder or a fish mouth spreader, whatever way you want to look at it. This is another Reliance Outfitter purchase. Have a needle and thread kit with some extra buttons. I would count this as the canvas needle because it's just going to be for repairing your gear. I do need to get a bigger needle in there. Okay, sorry about that, my camera went out. So last thing in this pocket, I believe last thing at least, is a little cobalt razor blade knife. This was in here from the last time, or one of the last times I went hunting. I find these useful for skinning hog or deer. When your blade gets dull, you just pop it out and throw a new one in there. So I really like having these. Close up that pocket. Go to our next one. And for another C cotton, once again, we have a shamag. A lot of uses for this. Filtering water, cooling yourself down, keeping the sun off you. I have just a thing of food. It's a rice burrito bowl. I got this from Sierra Trading Company. It was on sale for $4, so I grabbed one of these and a couple other different flavors. Have some more zip ties in here. You're going to see a lot of Harbor Freight and a lot of Amazon specials in here. This one's Amazon. This is a little hand chainsaw. I haven't used this yet, I don't believe. But I mean, those blades are pretty stout. It'd be kind of, I'll have to use it one of these days. You could probably count that as a cutting tool. That's more of a saw. For candle power or candle light, you have a headlamp. Still had that flashlight in there as well. For sure, cutting tool, this is the Kephart XL from Reliance Outfitters. This was a gift, or a going away gift, and this is one of my favorite knives I've ever had. It came razor sharp out of the box. I've done a little bit of, I guess you would call whittling with it. I made a hobo fishing rod with it, and still afterwards, not even sharpening it, it still can shave your arm. And I made this sheath for it. This is the first sheath I've ever made. It's a scout style. Got a little cheap knife sharpener, better than nothing, but I need to upgrade that. I have a little fork and spoon combo, comes apart, and it has a knife and a bottle opener as well. This was just at a camping store and little cheap tool, but it's nice to have utensils for when you're eating. This is another Amazon purchase. This is a spool for 550 cord. This probably only has about 15 feet or so on it, so I'll have to refresh that. But it has a razor blade, so you can actually cut your 550 cord, and then you can fit a little mini Bic lighter right here as well. And it has some little grooves where you can separate the cordage on the inside of it as well. I really like those. I got a couple of those. Okay, I think this is 36 bank line. This is another, once again, Reliance Outfitter purchase. This is tarred, so a lot of uses for that. That would go towards the cordage category. And I believe this is a 100-foot 550 cord. My wife got me this for Christmas a few years ago. It's so nice I don't want to use it. It's still in its original packaging or wound up. So the strands on here, I think it has 5 or 6 normal strands, then it has some fishing line, has some snare wire, and then it has a little like jute or twine that's covered in wax, so you can start a fire with it. So it's really cool, but it's so nice I'm a little afraid to use it. That looks like that's it for that pocket. Another cutting tool on the outside is this CRKT little hatchet. The, I guess, make is Freyer, so it's a little Viking style. I just really like this, and I've only taken it out once. I need to put a little bit better edge on it. It's a little lighter than I would prefer probably, but it just, at the end of the day, I really like it because it's pretty cool looking. I like Viking stuff. I need to make a little sheath for it one of these days. And last but not least, we'll go into the last pouch. If I can find my zipper here. There it is. So first of all, I have a wool blanket. This I got from Amazon. It's like an old military surplus one, and it is 80% wool. You need to get 100% wool in there one of these days. I have a thing of bug spray. So I guess mosquitoes were out last time we went. I have some rubbing alcohol and a little alcohol stove from Reliance Outfitters. Really, I need to get out and use this one of these days. I've tested it out in my house, but really I like this little windscreen on here that you can put water bottles in. That's the main reason I bought that, but I kind of like the whole thing. I have another little saw here. This is a B.O.B Laplander. Kind of a lot of people have this one. One of these days I'll probably try out Silkies. People seem to like those, but this has done pretty well for the last 2 or 3 years for me. Then I have this Arcturus tarp. This is something that Corporal's Corner recommended, and this is what I ended up getting. A lot of times I would just use the blue tarps from Harbor Freight. I would go there and get the free tarp, and I had a bunch of them laying around, and I've set up basic shelters with it before, just practicing the bushcraft skills, but I've never done a solo tarp camping trip anyway. Hopefully coming up in the next couple days, I'll test this out. It has this green side, and then on the other side is reflective, so it'll reflect some of that heat back on you. Another candle device. This one actually is a candle from Cabela's, or a little lantern, I guess. There we go. And you can just hang that on a tree limb or in your tent. And I think the candle's supposed to last for like 8 or 10 hours. Last but not least, I have a little SAS survival guide, just a little pocket edition. I'm pretty new at this with the whole kind of roughing it stuff, so it's good to have a little reference guide. Would I take everything in here 100%? I don't know, but it's better having this than nothing. And that is everything. Let me check this little back pouch where a camelback would go. And that is empty. So that's all the contents of my bugout bag. So at the end of the day, the 3 things I was missing from my bugout bag out of the 10 C's, I had 7 of the 10, was a water container, or a container that could boil water in, a compass, and some cargo tape or duct tape. Thanks for watching my video. I'm still pretty new to this, and I'm still trying to get used to the lighting, still trying to get used to talking in front of a camera. So if you have any tips, let me know. Also, with the bugout bag, if you have anything that I should put in there, take out, leave a comment, let me know. And all the views, likes, and subscribes are all greatly appreciated. And like I said, I'm just starting to grow this channel, and a lot more videos are going to be coming. My next video is going to be about actually updating my bugout bag, taking some stuff out that isn't really needed, and adding some of the things that really are needed.